This sounds so absolutely mean, but this was the best episode of Book of Boba Fett. And Boba Fett didn't appear once. That's not good.
Don't get too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
So this episode literally felt like it was season 3, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. We weren't watching the Book of Boba Fett, except for the very end when Fennec was more of a bamf in like 20 seconds than she has been the entire season of Book of Boba Fett. I don't... What is going on? Man, there was just so much forward progression in Din's story that we just had plopped in the middle of season 1 of poor Boba's own series. And I hope it doesn't hurt Morrison's feelings when he sees that everyone is really stoked about this episode, which I'm assuming people are going to be because it just was a gorgeous, gorgeous, fun episode. I hope he's not like, oh, people hate my character and they just want more of the Mando. I mean, kinda more so the second part, we want to see more of the Mando. It's not that we hate you, it's that we hate what Disney did to you in this series. They made you soft, and we wanted a hard Boba. The Ring World was so much fun. I wouldn't mind spending more time on Ring Worlds. Love the commercial flights, and then him actually having to check his luggage. I was half thinking, and maybe if this was a lesser show, they would have had the Darksaber missing from their, I don't know, Star Wars TSA. But they didn't. He kept the Darksaber. Although, okay, let's go back a little bit, besides it being super funny that he had to take a commercial flight to Tatooine to get a new ship. But before that, him dealing with the armor and the Vizsla relative. Did that not feel like all of a sudden, when she was like, oh, hey, have you ever taken off your helmet? It was like she wanted him gone, and she was PO'd that Din actually won and kept the Darksaber. God, Vizsla was built like a tank. Oh my god, like, fucking daddy. I'm sad to see his spear being melted down, but the fact that he had something created for Grogu looks like chainmail, just from all the little ringlets and stuff that we saw, but who knows. By the way, the package being tied, like his head, Grogu's head and his little ears sticking out, just... They knew what they were doing, and it worked. How much you want to bet this is what's going to happen? So he's not going to actually go visit Grogu. Something's going to happen on Tatooine before he can take off. He's going to realize, okay, I have to deal with the Pikes and help Boba. And then at the end of the series, he's like, hey, I'm going to go check on Grogu. So we're not going to be able to see what the gift is this season. You, Disney, Lucasfilm. So we're probably not going to see what was made for Grogu this season. They're going to make us wait for The Mandalorian Season 3. And wait, we shall. I love seeing Darksaber in action. I like that they kept with canon that if you aren't fighting with the blade, it gets heavier and it kind of sucks to fight with it, so he needs to bond a bit more with it. Also, him using it to just wreck his bounty and the guards, a lot of fun, but also shows you what happens if a person not trained in using lightsabers using one all of a sudden in action. I'm surprised he hasn't cut off a limb, and the only thing he did was get a severe burn. Does it feel like Din is actually what we should get with Boba Fett? Am I just, like, completely crazy here? It felt more like a Boba Fett show this season than it did any of the other episodes. You're breaking my heart, Lucasfilm. There was a lot of fan service this episode, so we got to see a Naboo starfighter. We got to see it racing through the pod racing course. We heard Din say wizard, which is just worth any and everything. I guess we also learned that Peli fucked a Jawa, which is something that we can never unknow at this point, so... I love how he sounded like a middle-aged dad throughout this episode. He just had so many grunts and groans as he would stand up and sit down and climb into things, and I love it. You know Grogu is going in that droid spot, and it's going to be adorable. I didn't think we'd see live-action Night of a Thousand Tears, the destruction of Mandalore by the Empire. Pretty crazy. Also crazy how much it looked like Terminator with the K2 droids. I don't know, maybe that was just me. So I don't know, Lucasfilm, what else are you going to spoil us with live action certain events actually seen? Because You guys are getting major bonus points for all this awesome shit you're shoving in.